Bonus Social Security checks. What do they mean and how do you get one? That's what we're talking about right here in the video, so let's get right into it. Alright, now in this video, I want to discuss the details of a new report where they are now referring to Social Security checks as either bonus checks or safety net checks. What do they actually mean by this? Well, that's what I want to discuss for you here in the video because this is actually a little bit surprising and a very interesting report. Therefore, let's get right into it. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as it is my dedication, my commitment, and my promise to you and everybody right here in the community to continue watching all of this new information hitting the wire, doing the research and breaking it all down into these short videos so you can stay updated with what's actually going on right now, as it's a very busy time and it's also a very uncertain time right now as things are changing rapidly and we're getting new information literally every single day, which is exactly why I want to bring it to you in these videos so you can see what may be out there right now that's going to impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account, and of course just so you can stay tuned with what is really going on. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet so you don't miss any videos going forward, and also remember, I'm here for you in any way that I can be, as that is my commitment to you and everybody right here. All right, let's get into it and talk about this new report and what they're discussing in regards to bonus checks or safety net checks. Yeah, kind of interesting here because it's on opposite sides of the spectrum and they actually have a very interesting approach about this. Now, if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for any length of time now, you know that I've been coming across tons and tons and tons and tons of different reports lately where they're talking about what they can do to make Social Security more equal for all the beneficiaries, because we know that there's a huge spread between what some beneficiaries are getting, right? Some beneficiaries are getting a few $100s per month. Some beneficiaries are getting several $1,000s a month, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 plus $1,000 a month. Well, according to the reports and what people are saying is that, wait, this isn't fair. This program was not meant to do this, right? Well, that's exactly what this report is also pointing out as well, and what I want to share with you here in this video. All right, so first off, they break these checks down from Social Security as either bonus checks or safety net checks. Now, let's just talk about Social Security for just a second here. Remember, Social Security was established way back in the 30s. 1930s is when the Social Security program was established. So almost 90 years ago is when Social Security was actually formed. As a result of that, Social Security was basically formed as a program to make sure that those individuals during retirement were getting basically a sound income during that time, right? So basically, somebody works their whole life, they pay in through Social Security taxes, through the payroll taxes, and then when it comes to retirement, you get to retire, and have a check that comes in as, it's Social Security, which is why it's called that, a security during retirement, right? So obviously the program has changed a little bit. It's expanded a little bit over the last nearly 90 years. Some things have changed about it, but that's basically the whole idea of the program. Now remember, Social Security was set up as a way to send out about 40% of somebody's earned income. So for example, let's just say that somebody's earning, I don't know, $100,000 for example. Now again, I know this isn't practical for a lot of people. I'm just using it for easy mathematical purposes. Let's just say that somebody earned $100,000 during their career, right? The idea behind Social Security would be to pay out at about 40% of their earnings. So about $40,000 a year in benefits. So that's a huge pay cut, right? Especially going into retirement. But that's kind of the purpose behind Social Security. However, in this report here, they're now talking about Social Security and bonus checks or safety net checks. So let me break this down for you and describe what they actually mean by this. So basically what they're saying is that, wait, Social Security was originally set up as a safety net program. Essentially is kind of how this program was originally set up. However, in some instances, with some of these beneficiaries out there right now getting $4,000 plus a month, they're now saying, but wait, this has gone from a safety net program into a bonus check program. Now let me talk about what they mean by this. So here's what they're saying. They found from many of these reports out there, and many reports and studies and surveys and all kinds of things like this, that the beneficiaries that are generally getting, say, $2,500, $3,000, $3,500, $4,000, $4,000 plus a month from Social Security, treat this more as not necessarily a necessity type check, like, hey, I'm so grateful my Social Security came in this month, I can pay my rent, I can pay my utilities, I can put some food on the table, but rather they're thinking, hey, my bonus check came in this month, what should I spend it on, or how should I invest it, right? So what they continue to find with these reports is that the vast majority of beneficiaries who are getting these higher benefits in the several $1,000s a month generally have multiple other sources of income in retirement. For example, maybe investment income, maybe dividend income, maybe 401k or IRA, maybe annuities or bonds or real estate, or the list goes on and on. Plus, they're usually sitting on maybe a pension or maybe, a big savings or something like this. So they find that these higher income beneficiaries are generally sitting on a lot of other income in retirement as well. So basically what the person behind this report is suggesting is that before somebody applies and files for their Social Security benefit, they're suggesting that we should qualify these beneficiaries by looking at tax returns and bank accounts and savings and investments, and basically doing kind of a scan on how much wealth that they have at that time. And if the person has too much wealth, then sorry, according to what this person is suggesting in the report, is they shouldn't be getting a check, or it should be significantly less because they're treating it more as a bonus check versus a safety net check. Now, they're also suggesting that money that would be saved there should then be parlayed and should be then transferred over to the lower income beneficiaries, right? So kind of an interesting report here and how they're breaking this whole thing down. Now, they also found in this report as well, here in the United States as of right now, or when the report was actually done, they found that in the United States right now, there's about 3.5 million households in this country that have a net worth of at least $5 million. They also found that here in the United States right now, there's 1.5 million households that have a net worth of $10 million or more. So basically what it comes down to is about 5 million households in this country right now have a net worth of $5 million or more. 5 million, the 3.5 for the 5 million, and then the 1.5 for the 10. So basically it's 5 million households with at least $5 million in wealth. And they're basically saying, according to the person that drafted this report here, is suggesting these beneficiaries shouldn't even be getting a check, is what this person is saying, because they're simply saying these people have so much wealth when it comes down to it, millions of dollars in wealth. They also have all these other sources of income. And again, for these people, according to the person that drafted this report, is suggesting this is not a safety net check, but rather this is a bonus check, right? So kind of an interesting mindset and an interesting concept here as well. Now, remember something else about Social Security. This is something that has been earned over the course of many, many years of service. Now, remember, during your working days, maybe you're retired now. If that's the case, congratulations. I mean, amazing, seriously, right? Very exciting time. But here's what it comes down to. Remember, during your working years, were you paying into Social Security taxes? Oh yeah, you were. You were paying in a ton. Every time that you got a paycheck, you probably looked at your pay stub and thought, where'd all my money go? I thought I worked this month. I'm pretty sure I put some time in. Why did I get $0? Or why did I get like 3 pennies? You know what I mean? And then you look at your pay stub trying to figure out who took all your money, and you see, oh wait, a bunch went to federal government, a bunch went to the state, and then this other thing called FICA. Wait, what is that? Well, that's Social Security and that's Medicare, right? So that is what those taxes are. You pay, half that goes in, and then your employer pays the other half. Unless you're self-employed, then you pay both halves for the employee and the employer side. That's what it comes down to. So that is the Social Security tax that you've been paying in through many, many years of service, thousands upon thousands of dollars, and based on a variety of different factors, as in earnings and your work history and all kinds of things like this. This is what determines how much your benefit will be when you go to claim your benefit, whenever that happens to be. It could be as early as 62, and it could be as late as 70, but generally there's no reason to wait beyond 70. But that's what it all comes down to. So kind of an interesting concept. I thought this was a very interesting report. I wanted to bring it to your attention because anytime I come across reports like this, we got to pay attention to these, because you never know if something like this would actually be implemented where, the concepts and ideas that this person is laying out suggesting that the higher income beneficiaries shouldn't even be eligible for a check. Well, yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm not throwing my opinion in here. I'm just simply saying it. This is what the person is suggesting. But we got to watch all this, because you never know what some of this information may stick with Congress, that they might think, hey, that's a good idea. Let's eliminate benefits, or let's cut down benefits, or whatever they decide to do. Well, we got to watch all this stuff. So anyway, wanted to bring this to your attention. I hope this one helps you out and keeps you informed on what's really going on here. Like I said earlier, it's a very busy and uncertain time. Regardless, I'm here for you in any way that I can be. So again, please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day, and I'll catch you again later in the next video.